And our next speaker is Markku Havukainen, a seasoned B2B marketing professional with 2 decades of experience in developing marketing for global industrial brands. He is endlessly curious about the new possibilities and drives the digital marketing transformation forward with both the customer experience and business growth in mind. Markku will share us with an interesting case study, accelerating business growth by transforming marketing at Outokumpu. Welcome, Markku. The mic is yours.
Good afternoon. Nice to meet you all. My name is Markku Havukainen. As explained, I'm head of marketing at Outokumpu. Let's get started. So the title of the presentation is Accelerating Business Growth by Transforming Marketing. So today this presentation is about the journey that Outokumpu took over the past 4 years to really transform marketing of a very traditional Finnish company. Let's get first the context. Many of the Finnish people here recognize the name Outokumpu, but for some of the other guests, I would like to explain Outokumpu is a very traditional company, started 1910 with copper production, and since then, over 100 years, it has evolved. And today, it is the leading sustainable stainless steel producer in the world. Our products are used in many of the day-to-day items like pots and pans, but also in many industries like storage tanks or railway or building facades. We have about 8,000 employees, and one key aspect of our production is that we don't only think about what material we are producing, we also think about how we produce it. And our stainless steel has the lowest carbon footprint in the industry. And one interesting fact is that 94% of our raw materials in our stainless steel is recycled content. So we are Europe's largest recycling center. Then to the transformation journey. So about 5 years ago, the starting point was this. We had a brand new marketing team, and we had very many great ideas, and we went to our management and said, hey, let's transform marketing. And we countered argument, our customers are not in the internet. So there was really no digital marketing. So we had our website, we had some social media channels, we were doing some promotion, but actual digital marketing was non-existent. There was really no tools or capabilities in the company. So everything had to be built from the scratch. And under new leadership, we hired some new people and started a transformation. And there was really no coordinated lead strategy. And for marketing, it's obviously important to show return on investment. And if you don't have leads, you cannot really show any return on investment. So here we started. We had a very bright vision for us. So find new customers to grow our business, explore digital channels for better reach, harness data for insights and efficiency. Very nice targets and very easy to agree that these are good points. Then we opened the door, started talking with the business and see the reality. Stainless steel is used in many industries, many different applications. It may seem simple to say stainless steel material, but we have about 80 or 90 different grades of stainless steel. We have different surface finishes, we have different customer requirements. So it's a very complex area at the end when you start scratching the surface. The buying processes are very complex and long. You mentioned already automotive, so think about a structure in automotive. So the design process starts like 5 years before the car is launched. And for the team to decide what material they use in the car, they need to do very thorough research, development, and also testing. And to convince them to change the material in a car takes a long time. So you cannot show return on investment for changing stainless steel to a car. So we needed to understand also very complex buying processes, different stakeholders in the organization, and so forth. There's obviously, like any industry, there's tough competitive landscape. We are not the only ones talking about stainless steel to our customers. And then one starting point was also that we had uncertainty of the right touch points. We knew where the customer office was. We knew also what conferences they might visit, but when you start talking about digital marketing, you need to understand what are the right touch points and the right time, obviously also, thinking about the long buying cycles. So this is really maybe the most critical slide on my presentation. This was really the transformation journey in a very short nutshell. In 2019, we started by deploying marketing automation. We started also with the buyer or customer journeys and understanding the personas that are behind the buying cycles. We also did a web renewal. We saw it was absolutely necessary since the old website was not serving any lead kind of generation and user experience that we wanted. 2020, we scaled marketing. We extended the buyer personas and journeys to different segments. We also established sales development. This was a critical role for us because that is the interlink between sales and marketing. In 2020, it was a separate function working with us. Today, it is integrated to marketing. We also introduced chatbots, data vision, and data vision has been the backbone of our development. So we really went thoroughly through what data we have, what systems we have, where the data is located, what do we want to do in the future, and what are the milestones and steps towards the vision. And also everybody remembers 2020 when the year of COVID hit the world. Then we were actually very lucky because we had already started with the webinars and that generated us a lot of understanding and also leads at the time. 21, we introduced marketing automation-based lead scoring. So that was kind of a tool that we developed. Obviously, it was, as you know, lead scoring is not the kind of thing that you set up and then it's fine and done. It's something that you evolve and start developing along the way. We also needed some sort of centralized place for our data. So we introduced centralized cloud-based data hub. And this is mainly used now for dashboards and such. And we developed the sales and marketing dashboards. And 22 last year, we improved the nurturing and lead management, so we had it in place in all of the key segments for us. We had content paths. It's a very short sentence, but it actually has been one of the most successful tactics for us to generate leads in campaigns. So what is content path? We might, using the example of automotive, we start with a very simple content path where we talk about some sort of specific item like lightweight, which is very important for automotive industry, and then break it down very kind of subtly. So we start with a very easy consumed content, and then we have white papers and webinars and deeper content to kind of develop the lead into the kind of MQL level. And CRM integration, a very critical piece as well. We had already close collaboration with sales, but really to deeply understand the sales processes and everything, we need to have the CRM integration in place. And now the data is flowing both directions. So we are getting the CRM information to Eloqua, and sales is getting also Eloqua data to CRM so that they can see how our customers behave and how they use content on our website and different channels. And we started really generating high-value leads to sales. And this is a very nice moment for marketing when you actually can start proving that you are worth the investment. And this year I have it in gray because this is still a bit of a vision. But yeah, we are stepping into AI and machine learning. We are taking baby steps, but we really have ambitious goals to grow our capabilities. This is not only about taking tools to use, but it's also educating ourselves, understanding what tools are making for us. And some of the first use cases are predictive lead scoring, and then obviously we build other use cases as well for AI. And this comes back to the data vision. These were actually mentioned already there. So we are just building on that year by year. So as you can see, it's a very systematic approach that we have taken, and hopefully we can continue the speed and development over the next 5 years and beyond. Yes, and this is just to show very short glimpse of what we did. So it was really a relentless promotion, measuring, optimizing, and learning throughout the years. So we have tested different advertisements, we have tested different channels, we have tested different tactics, we have done dashboards, developed dashboards, done a lot of stuff, and we have done hundreds and thousands of advertisements and tested different ways. And with our partners together, such as Luxid, we have really found sweet spots in different segments, and we have built an audience there so that they really consume our content. We don't have to pay so much to get the clicks because they already trust us, and the content is relevant because we have done the homework to understand the customers. Yeah, so some results from last year. I picked a few just to give you an example and also kind of two different points of view. So obviously leads are something that we measure. So this was the number of leads we generated, nearly 10,000 leads, thinking that 2019, 0. And out of these 3,110 marketing qualified leads to sales, so they asked about a question from us, wanted their RFQ or some sort of really active question to sales. So this is a nice number to show. Obviously, this is not the full truth. Leads are nice. We want to get them to the sales and get sales and money back. But another aspect is also that we want to nurture our customers. So we want to build relationships. B2B world is not about transactional business. It's about building relationships with the customers. So nurturing is an important channel for us, and we have it now in place for all of the key segments. And just to give you some numbers, so these are the average unique open rates and average click-through rates, and they're quite nice. So above industry averages. And unsubscribe, I put a kind of a 0%. There's a few, my mom and some who wanted to unsubscribe after the first campaigns. But yeah, it's very close to 0, so we don't get typically a lot of declines. And what it happened? It happened and didn't stay there. So this is obviously referring to the phrase, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But for us, it didn't stay there. We actually won the Markku Award for Best Lead Management last year. Yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to be there, but luckily Marjut and Jere from Luxid were. Yeah. They're always ready. Yeah, they were there to take the prize and celebrate, and we saw some nice photos, but that was okay. Yeah, so it was very good recognition for us, and also something that we can use internally for Outokumpu, saying that, hey, we are actually a good team, and this is really something that we are doing something right. So here are my 10 takeaways. I could have easily had another 10 as well, but I just wanted to quickly list something. So set clear and ambitious targets. So data vision, also the kind of high-level vision. What do we want to do? Motivated and skilled team is the key to unlock potential. We are a team of 5 persons at Outokumpu. So Outi, Pauliina, and Mika are here. We are missing only one person, Victor. And these people are experts on marketing. So without them, this wouldn't happen. Tolerate uncertainty and not knowing all the answers. That is really key, because in a way, when you're going to something that you don't understand, then you have to tolerate that kind of feeling that, I don't know. Spend time with the sales and experts. So really important to win their trust, understand their pain points, and understand why they are doing what they are doing. Then we can really start adding value in the process. Make sure you understand the customer. So don't leave the customer understanding to sales or experts. So you have to understand the customer yourself. partner with the right vendors and people. Obviously, vendors are as good as their people, so really important to tie the connection. Design your content for the key customer touch points. Use analytics to enhance customer experience, not only to generate leads for you, but understand what works for the customer. You are building relationships, and so important to enhance the customer experience. Ensure adequate training after adoption of new tools, often forgotten. So really repeating what's new and what the tools can do for you. And last, really, as you saw, it's a systematic development. So develop systematically and remember to celebrate the journey. And there was one final thought. I was a bit maybe thinking that you would kill my last slide because I was thinking because you were saying that buying between people and but at the end I believe still that whether it's between CEO and CEO, it is still about communicating between people aided by technology. So it's always good to remember that although there's a lot of automatic discussion going on, you have an idea and you want to transmit it to somebody else, and technology is there in the between to help you. But that was my presentation.
Thank you, Markku. What a great achievement to get from 0 leads to over 9,000 leads.
Yeah.
Sounds great. It was a great presentation, very interesting one. Now I would ask some questions from the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not a huge expert on this, obviously, but I explain it how I understand it on my side. So obviously, marketing automation-based lead scoring is based on behavior on your website. You give points, and you can kind of evolve the lead so that you understand that this person is really interested on you, and you get a top 10 list of top customers. Predictive lead scoring is then you use different machine learning algorithms to kind of combine data and quickly identify the right type of customers for you. So the right company, the right profile, the right this and that. And so when the person doesn't have to behave too much on the website, or so you can get quicker the person that you are really interested to talk to your sales table.
Right. So just earlier in the journey that you recognize
faster and more kind of efficiently.
Okay.
Yeah.
More questions? I would ask one question before we get new ones there. So we know that the leads are and B2B buyers are online, but what do you think that where does the belief that B2B buyers are not online still? Why is it still, like relevant to many companies?
Yeah, I don't know. It's about, I think when we talk about with our sales, they obviously their interface is very traditional. They talk with the people. They understand the pain points, and they don't really know the people behind their professional role. And I think people are in the internet, and they do use content also, even though they are really not open about it when they are interacting with the sales. And I don't know if I understood your question, but
I think you did. Yeah. Matti had also a couple of interesting questions.
I do, yes.
For Markku.
The typical, for you?
Or me, not for me, please. Maybe later.
Yeah, the typical challenge for organization is how to align sales and marketing.
Yeah.
What's your advice for that?
Well, obviously everything starts from the business strategy. I think for me it is to understand marketing needs to be part of the business strategy and align themselves with the business strategy. And then I think the second point is that really working with the sales, understanding their pain points, and really not going with the ready-made answers to them, but more work with the answers together.
Thanks. Yes, and talk to the sales and listen to them. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
They might have some information.
Work with them.
Work with them. Yes.
Yeah. Good.
That was a good question about the predictive lead scoring. Do you have? You can also ask that. We have our AI team there, Robert, who has the tattoo.
Maybe has.
Maybe.
Hadn't saw it.
I believe he has.
Okay.
Yes. But do you have other questions to Markku? Quite interesting possibility to ask. You do.
And you can come to talk to me if you want.
Yeah, and there's a mic if you want to ask your question so that everybody hears.
I just got a question from the internet.
Wow, there are somebody there.
Yeah.
Online. Is it a B2B buyer?
There is someone in internet. You had an excellent list of takeaways at the end of your presentation. What would be the first step for someone inspired by your experience she or he could take today? What is the first step? Not the predictive lead scoring, I assume.
That's not
The model won't be ready today, maybe, but...
Well, I think, it's the goal setting. I think I would say that work with your team, make ambitious enough goals, and if you think first ambitious goal and then come second day and go a bit beyond that and make even more ambitious. I mean, you learn all the way that you have to be in the big game and you grow the targets all the time. So start with the targets and make it ambitious enough.
Thanks.
Good advice.
Well, I have one more from the internet.
2 people.
2 people there.
Maybe to say. Outokumpu started digital marketing quite from the zero. If you would have all the money and power needed, how long would it take to get as far as you are right now? I thought it took about 4 years now, but
Yeah.
you have all the money, so what do you think?
I don't know. I think the journey is also something that you need to appreciate. So it's not about time and technology. And so I think we did it quite fast, I would say.
Yeah.
So you can accelerate with money, of course, but then you wouldn't learn as much. You have to buy something else externally. And
Exactly. Yes, it's about the journey, and if you think from zero to the predictive lead scoring, it's quite fast. The 4 years.
I would say so.
Yes. Yes.
And it's all about also building the culture in the company between sales and marketing and how to cooperate together to that joint target.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Any other questions, or do you want some drinks?
I want.
Me too.
Hey, thank you, Markku.